So Jamie Lee Curtis is you're going to hear a lot about her. She's got this new Freaky Friday 2 movie coming out, and
Oh, we needed that.
she did this interview where she is like, she obviously thought about this phrase, genocide of a generation. This is her stance. And although I probably don't agree with her on a lot of stuff, I thought the point was interesting. She's basically saying that that with the increase of cosmetic alterations, it's making it so that young women especially have a completely unrealistic expectation of what they look like currently, and as well as what they'll look like as they age. True. And she talks a lot about plastic surgery, but she also mentions like the filters that you can get on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And I think it does breed a sense of cognitive dissonance. One of my favorite posts I've ever seen online was this model posted a selfie and some girl commented on it being like, wow, I wish I just naturally look like this. And the model responded like, I don't naturally look like this. I spend a lot of money to look this way because it's my job. And I think that there has to be that kind of acknowledgement that, like, if we're going to live in a world that's full of fake images online, AI generated, or just heavy filters, cosmetic surgery, that it's not normal. It's not like anyone woke up this way. You saw this a little bit with Kylie Jenner recently. Someone was like, I could know what her boob job, like what she asked for. And she responded and was like, here you go. And that seems like such a shift from me from when she was like, no, I don't have lip fillers. I just, I line my lips a certain way by my kid. I mean, it's a huge shift to be like, yeah, my body is fake. I pay for this. So I don't know what you guys think of it. Jeremy, as a man, what you think of cosmetic surgery, or Melonie, what you think as someone who has been online and also, you know, I assume raised by someone who didn't encourage you to alter your body.
Of course. Yeah, I do think that she has a point in that it is not good for society, and I think even far beyond just, oh, look at the unrealistic attainable image. I think it also is making girls look worse and they don't realize it. And it's like, I got lip fillers before and got those things dissolved. It looked terrible. And that's the thing, is a lot of people just don't have the awareness of that it does look bad. And so they think that, and especially with on camera with certain filters, that, then maybe that certain filler can look okay with certain filters and angles. But then when you see it in real life, it looks awful. And so when you're actually if you're comparing actresses from the 80s and 90s, there's so many unique faces and they're all so much more beautiful than what we mostly see now, because now a lot of these young women are getting all of these procedures done, all of these fillers to their face. How many actresses are we seeing that, like that woman from The Boys, for example, who's so beautiful, and then she
ruined herself. Colin Moriarty, whatever her name is.
And they're getting these buccal fat removals to try to look super chiseled. So then all of a sudden they look like transgenders now. And even the Vanessa Kirby, because I was like, I kept thinking, man, what happened to her? Like, I didn't realize. And there's like, oh, well, she got the buccal fat removal to try to look fierce. And it's like, it just took away her beauty. So a lot of these girls are making themselves look like clowns or like transgenders, and they think that's the beauty standard.
They're trying to look all the same, but number one, it doesn't acknowledge that your bone structure doesn't support these alterations. And I think you're right, the unique faces things. I mean, the person I'm now thinking of is Bella Hadid, who did an interview. You know, she's young and her mom was a model, but she got a nose job, and she said did an interview later being like, I wish I had embraced the nose of my ancestors, because she says it was, like, doesn't reflect her at all. I mean, if you're 20 years old and getting lip filler, that's dissolvable, right? But if you get a nose job, if you get, you know, any number of these other procedures, it's a lifetime commitment, which maybe you shouldn't get, you know, like maybe just cut your hair, dye it, get some highlights.
Do something that
you could grow out of, you know?
Exactly. And that's the thing, is a lot of these girls are getting these nose jobs to try to like get that pointed up nose, but then when your face isn't designed for that kind of nose, which for most people it's not, you look like a Whoville character. That's starting to go out of style, and people are starting to appreciate natural noses now. And hopefully we see more of that, because I think that a lot of these plastic surgery standards have just not been good at all. There might be, I think, in all honesty, if there is somebody who has some crazy abnormality, let's say they have a massive nose that's way bigger than their, I'm not not going to feel bad if they get their nose done to a realistic degree.
Right.
But a lot of these girls who are otherwise, they have most people, like 99% of people, if not more, don't need to be touching their face with any surgery or fillers or anything unless you have some sort of deformity looking thing. It's not necessary, and it's really taking away beauty.
If a woman has a breast reduction because she is having back problems or something like that, I think like you said, if you're going from 10% to you have a 90% mess, I'll say that's one thing, but that's not who's getting this work. The people who are already there's nothing wrong with them, and they're like, yeah, but I want to get that last 1%. That stuff is gross. Look, I don't care if women get plastic surgery. It's just not for me. If my wife, let's say, she's 40 now, she's got big boobs. She was like, hey, I want to, get some procedure to I don't know. I mean, I think that'd be blasphemy to get, go from.
She's like, my back hurts and my bra strap will leave permanent marks on my shoulders. And Jeremy's like, you carry that weight. That's your responsibility.
Well, I mean, I have a different opinion of it now in my 40s than I would have in my 30s. Now I'd be like, oh, okay, well, I get it. But
you've matured. I get you.
Yeah, but I don't really have a problem with it. I'm not attracted to it. I've I've dated, I've been around, no real fake boobs because girls weren't getting them in high school, but they're not for me. If a girl gets a nose job to breathe better, sure. But most women lie about that. And they say it was to breathe better when it was really just to have a nose job.
Yeah.
I think if you've had cosmetic surgery for any non-medical reason, it says more about you as a red flag. For me, if you got a boob job, I don't know. I think you have other insecurities. You're probably not, dating material for me. I don't think it makes you a bad person. Maybe you had cancer or something, or one boob is bigger than the other. That all is fine to me. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. But if you have those deep-seated insecurities where you've had 3, 4, 5, 6 procedures, even now, I think it's pretty cringe that the women in my age group are getting Botox like it's no big deal.
Right.
They're doing,
also, girls younger, girls who are in their 20s are getting Botox.
I have cousins who are 18 and 19 who are doing it.
I am convinced
they
this is
do
why
not need it. They need to drink water and have some collagen.
Exactly. People are saying Gen Z is aging just to where you can't tell the difference in age between millennials and Gen Z because they're aging so fast. I think it's because they're getting so much Botox and so much fillers and all this stuff. Because when you think about it, how do you age the best? You need strong bones to keep your face up, strong muscles to keep your face up. So what do you think's going to happen when you've been paralyzing your muscles since your 20s? You're going to lose bone density and you're going to lose muscle strength in your face. So of course your face is going to droop over time. You're
going to create a scenario where now Botox isn't enough and now you're going to need surgery.
Right.
You're literally creating the problem then for the industry to fix.
I think it's a scam. It makes them age worse.
Yeah. I have 2 young cousins, both female. And as long as I've, known them in their adult lives, they get Botox. And I'm like, why? Oh, well, I get age lines or this, that, or the other thing. I'm like, you're 37. You should have age lines. What are you talking about?
Sure. I don't. And when somebody can move their face and you see lines that looks better than when you look at these actresses who are crying in these roles and then their face doesn't move. That looks worse than if they just had some lines because their face is moving. Come on.
I'm not gonna I don't think you should make plastic surgery illegal. There will always be a use case.
Oh, yeah.
And there will be that woman who's like, yeah, I got my boobs done at whatever age and that was it and I'm happy with them. Cool.
I know a couple girls like that. And they look great.
Right. And I think for so many people, I think for so many people, it's addictive. I mean, the same way people talk about oh, you can't just get one tattoo. I think that for most girls, it's chasing a sense of perfection that's always changing. I mean, you've been mentioning this, Melonie, some stuff is trendy, thick eyebrows, thin eyebrows in the 90s,
right?
Having a super chiseled face, having a baby face, these things will evolve over time. And ultimately, I don't think it teaches women to appreciate the natural things about themselves that are good. I mean, when you have teenagers who are learning to put on makeup, right? You don't tell them, put on makeup so that you look more like Kim Kardashian, you might say like, oh, you have pretty eyes. You might want to wear a little mascara to accentuate that, or, you know, whatever you want to do. Like, it's not about you should make yourself look totally different. It's about enhancing what you already have. If you're saying the things you have are not good enough and you should go under the knife to change them constantly, of course they have no sense of self and they have no way to feel whole in when they're looking in the mirror.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Let's go to chat here. Ben Dyke says 400 people on this channel, 12,000 on Rumble. Why is Rumble chat moving slower? Are they all bots? No, we're also on the homepage, and a lot of people watch Rumble.
It's moving faster for me.
It is moving faster for me, but also a lot of people watch Rumble on their TVs.
Yeah.
It's just a different viewer. Gosh, I don't let my daughter watch Hollywood movies. Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, that's great, honestly.
Buy Me a Nanner says, I'll marry Sydney Sweeney and make her Christian. I mean, good.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah, good luck.
Report back.
Yeah,
I mean, God tells us not to do that. You don't marry someone to convert them. They need to be converted first, but good luck.
oh, Bible burn. You should start a channel for Bible burns.
For
where
real?
you're like, oh, actually, and then just make people sound stupid.
Biblical burns with Melonie Mac.